few years ago, Judah and I were at Universal Studios, and we were in the line for the Despicable Me ride. It's a Minions ride. What's it called? Minion Mayhem or something? So we're in this line, and it's one of those lines, like if you've ever been at a theme park on a crowded day, and the lines just rope like endlessly, back and forth. And this ride has really long ones. They go like, I don't want to exaggerate, but like 10,000 miles long. And they go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Well, Judah and I were in like the very middle of the middle. So like no escape, like you could be dying and still it would take 3 years to get out of that space in the line. Right behind us in the line, two families started a fight. And it turned into a screaming match. Here we were, Judah and I were trapped. We could not get away. There was nowhere to go. We could not escape the fight. It was a war we were locked into the middle of. Now, my first instinct was to be like, how do I stop these people from fighting? Is there something I could say? Is there something I could do that would end this battle? And I realized within a few seconds, there was nothing I could do. There was nothing I could have said that probably wouldn't have just made it worse. Because if I'd gotten into it, probably what would have happened is the war would have grown. It would have gotten bigger. It would have gotten more contentious. Now 3 families would have been involved. Then maybe 4. Then maybe 5. So as I sat there pondering what I could possibly do, I looked down and the family that was standing next to us, one of their kids was standing there like in shock. Had this look on their face like, why is my dad screaming? What's going on right now? Clearly unsettled. And both the mom and the dad had missed it. They hadn't seen it. They hadn't noticed what was going on with this kid. So I took a knee and I said, what's the best ride you rode today? And it took a couple of seconds for the air to clear. And he said, I really liked the Mummy. And Judah, I said, come here. And Judah took a knee too. And I said, Judah, he doesn't like the Mummy. It's too scary. Do you think it's scary? And she said, no, I don't think it's that scary. And the two of them then talked for a little while about whether the ride was scary. And then I said, what else did you like today? And she said, well, I really liked the Woody Woodpecker roller coaster. And so we talked about that for a little while. We talked about the E.T. ride. And we talked about the Shrek show, which is a terrible show. And when the war was over, Judah and I had made a new friend. It may be that you are called with clarity and with purpose and with mission to dive in at a bigger level to all the things that are going on in the world. Maybe you are called to that. But if you're like me, and more days than not, you just feel overwhelmed. You just feel like, what can I possibly do to make a difference here? To bring love, to restore and build unity. Maybe what you need to do is just take a knee and find someone next to you that needs that love and compassion and kindness and share it. Share it. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. With me. Right here, right now, with me. And if there is peace nowhere else, it will be in me. I will be an ambassador for peace. I will be a light for love. In big ways and in small ways.